Peace and blessings, y'all. In this corner, Bossy 24. Good afternoon. How's everyone doing this afternoon? Hope everybody's doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good on this side as always. God is great, God is good, and I definitely can't complain. So, I was trying to hold off on this video because this big fight announcement that came out this week between undisputed champion Jermell Charlo and undisputed super middleweight champion Canelo Álvarez is really kind of hard for me because I like both fighters. Canelo has been my pound for pound fighter for the last few years, give or take with him and Bud. But Canelo has been consistently on his game, 63 fights under his belt, 2 losses, 2 draws, and 39 knockouts. Man, he's been awesome. He's been awesome. He lost to the great Floyd Mayweather, and he lost to Dimitri Bivol. And he still was in those fights. Yeah, he got outclassed by Floyd, but, hey, man, listen, he lost to one of the greatest, right? Who went on to become 50-0. And so it's hard for me, man, to really talk about this fight because, I like Jermell Charlo a lot, man. He got that beast in him, like. He got that dog in him, man. He come to fight, he gonna fight. But it's hard for me because, I have to say, I gotta be honest and just say, anything is possible. And with God, everything is possible. But I just really don't see, honestly, I don't see how, and yes, styles do make fights. But if you look at Brian Castano, that fight with Jermell, I'm just gonna deal with that fight. Smaller man, and he was able to back Charlo up and keep him on the ropes and stand right in front of him and walk and didn't move. Just imagine Canelo, shorter man, just like Castano, but stronger, faster, counterpuncher, defensive. I just don't see how Charlo can deal with that. Charlo has to fight and move around the ring for most of that fight to avoid Canelo's power, to avoid those body shots, to avoid those uppercuts, the overhand right. He got so much in his arsenal. And even though I feel like Canelo's on the tail end of his career, because he's been fighting since he was a teenager. He's been a pro since he was a teenager, man. So even though he's on the tail end, right, with almost 20 years under his belt fighting, he's still got a few good fights left in him. And this might be the fight at 168, where Charlo is moving up. That's another disadvantage. You moving up. Yeah, he might walk around at 180, 175. I don't know what Charlo walks around at. He probably walk around 175, 180, keep himself good. So that means he wouldn't have to rehydrate as much. He'll be fighting at 168, put on some muscle, but I don't believe he has the power to hurt Canelo Álvarez. Canelo Álvarez also has a good chin. He would have to hurt Canelo. He can't outbox Canelo. Let's just keep it real. He's not a great boxer, Jermell Charlo. He's not a great defensive fighter. Okay? He's not even good defensively. He gets hit with a lot of shots. So what is it that he really can do? He has to use that ring, move around, try to counter Canelo as much as he can. And I think ultimately he would have to hurt and stop Canelo, which I think is highly, highly impossible. Very, very, that's a hell of a long shot, okay? I'm just saying, based on what I see. He can't outbox Canelo. He can't really stay in close with Canelo either because him getting caught in between shots in the middle of the ring, inside, like he was able to do a little bit with Castano, and it's not going to work. Tony Harrison, he did that with. It's not going to work. It's just not going to work. Because Canelo could fight inside and outside. Now, I think people get it twisted because he lost to a bigger man, Dimitri Bivol, 175-pounder, who probably walk around damn near heavyweight. Bigger man, and he knew in his mind, I'm not going to get knocked out no matter what. I'm not going to let this dude touch me. I'm going to move. And when he does catch me, I'm going to be very defensive. When he gets me on the rope or if he corners me, and that's what he was. Canelo couldn't really get him in the face, get him in the body. You know, it was always the shoulder, the arm. He really couldn't penetrate Dimitri Bivol, but Dimitri Bivol, I believe, is a little bit taller than Charlo. Probably a longer reach or just as long, and different boxer. Bigger weight, more weight, pardon me. Just a different fight, okay? So I can't base off his loss saying, well, because Dimitri Bivol did that, Charlo, no. But I can say that Charlo had issues with Castano, especially in that first fight. A lot of people thought he lost. Now, I believe he won. A lot of people said he lost that fight, but it was a very close fight. Just like his fight with Tony Harrison was a close fight that I thought he won, but a lot of people say he lost. Okay, so now you're going into Canelo. Totally different fighter, man. Totally different animal. Canelo has so many things going for him. And even though he's at the tail end of his career, I believe he feels now he didn't get the Bivol fight for whatever reason, whether it was him or Bivol. That fight didn't materialize. He's not fighting Benavidez. But at 168 against anybody else, he's pretty much the man. And I just don't see how Charlo can really beat him. Now, I was very surprised because I thought it was going to be Jermell Charlo. Jermell Charlo would have had a better shot because Charlo has a great jab and he's strong. Jermell is strong, but I think Jermell has a different strength. He got that middleweight strength. You know what I'm saying? And I think his chin may be very durable. You know? I think he could have gave Canelo some problem. Now, his footwork ain't the best, but I think that jab could have definitely helped him out to keep Canelo at bay a little bit, make him move a little bit more, and then maybe he could have threw his other shots. And I think that's the way it should have happened anyway. Jermell is moving up 2 weight classes, even though he was slated to fight Tim Tszyu, who's the #1 contender for his belts. So I don't know how this was worked out. We all thought it was going to be Jermell, but now it's Jermell. I'm just saying I don't see how Jermell Charlo can win this fight. But I could be wrong, okay? I wouldn't be mad if he wins because I like Jermell Charlo a lot, but I just don't see it. So I'm going to get more into it and talk more about it as the week goes on. But I just want to know how you feel about it. I want to know how the subscribers, the fans feel about it. So hit me up, let me know. Leave me messages and let me know how you feel about Jermell Charlo and Canelo. And give me your opinion and how you feel, all right? So that's all I really got right now, y'all. Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24. Please subscribe to the page. Please leave your comments. Let me know how you feel. You know, if you know anybody that into boxing, introduce them to the page. Let them subscribe as well. And we're trying to bring good information, good content. And that's all we got for this evening. We may come on a little bit later with something else. Peace and blessings in this corner boxing 24.